Hello guys, welcome back to part 2 of Java Tricky Questions. We have already covered all the Java questions in our Java interview series and it's been ongoing. We are in the 420th question right now. So you can see how big it has become, right? So let's start with the next question of today. Is basically the question is, how can we convert an array of bytes to a string? Okay, so you can convert an array of bytes to a string object by using the string constructor that accepts byte array. Okay, so we need to make sure that the right character encoding is used, else we may get different and uh, results after conversion. Okay, then now this question is actually I have talked about in the third section, but it's good we are kind of checking it again. So cyclic barrier and countdown latch, right? Countdown latch is basically it will wait. It will. I don't think so. It is keeping everything here, but I'll tell you. Countdown latch is something that it will it will have a certain list of threads which has to be triggered, or a certain list of certain like number which has to be decreased. So suppose there is a 5 number and you have to each thread you have to go 1 2 3 4 5. So once that level is reached, then only you can actually like release all the threads or do other process. But with cyclic barrier it's not like that. Okay, so and also one more point, that we can reuse cyclic barrier if it's broken, but countdown latch cannot be reused. Okay, that's the thing. I'll give you one more explanation. Just a second. Yeah, so as I said, right, it will have all the threads will wait until the countdown goes to 0 for countdown latch. Cyclic barrier is like you a group of threads, they are waiting for all the threads to arrive first. Okay, so these two are good. Now I'll tell you a simple example. We can think of this like a dish, right, at a restaurant that is being prepared. No matter which cook is preparing the dish actually, how many of the end items, right? The waiter must wait until all the items needs to be there in the plate. So if a plate takes n items, any cook will count down on the latch of each item she puts on the table, and once it goes to 0, where the plate is fully served, then the waiter will take the plate and go to the customer, right? So this is the example of a countdown latch. Now cyclic barrier, we can think of this like a group of friends. So every time they plan to eat at a restaurant, they decide to meet at a common point, and until or unless all the persons have reached the common point, they will not go inside the restaurant. So or maybe they cannot order the food. So that's the thing. Okay, now what is the difference between a string buffer and a string builder? So string builder was actually introduced in Java 5. The main difference, is like the methods in the string buffer, they are synchronized. That means it is thread safe, but string builder, it's not synchronized. So the string builder is not thread safe, but because of this not synchronization, string builder is actually faster than string buffer. So you might have observed, whenever you are actually writing any code of string of concatenation or something, you are using string builder, right? String builder has b is equal to string builder dot, and then you go on appending and appending and appending. That is what it is. Okay, because why it is considered a bad practice to use string buffer? The reason I mentioned, because it's synchronized, so you are doing a string concatenation in the same thread, and it has to be synchronized with other threads also. So yeah. Now, which class contains clone method? A clonable class or an object class? Clone method is defined in the object class, and clonable is a marker interface. Marker interface is just like it is there for just marking it. It has nothing inside it. Okay, so it's just an interface. How will you take thread dump in Java? So it is basically control plus break. It's not that like thing in with you. Okay, it's mostly your database or system administrator side thing. Now, can you cast an int variable into a byte variable? What happens if the value of int is larger than byte, it will be an overflow, right? Okay. So int is 32-bit, byte is 8-bit. We can cast into byte, but we lose 24-bit of int while casting. Okay. In Java, we can store a double value in a in Java, can we store a double value in a long variable without explicitly casting? See, the range of long, right? Range of double is more than long. So we need to typecast it. So the short answer, the question is, remember which one is bigger between double and long in Java, like we did for byte and int, right? Same thing. Now, what will this return? 5 into 0.1 is equals to 0.5, because the floating point numbers cannot be represented exactly like Java. So it will return a false. Now, out of int and integer, which one takes more memory? So integer objects take more memory than int, because int is a primitive, integer is an object. It stores the metadata overhead of the object, and int is a primitive. I am just explaining myself after before reading itself, so I'm sorry for this. Can we use a string in the switch case statement? Yeah, I think we have used it, so we can use, but generally the hash code of string is used for the switch statement. Just do remember this point. And I think I'll stop it here. The next 10 question will be tomorrow, or if you are watching this maybe like ages down the line and Java is still alive, you can check the next video. Bye bye.